Divine Mercy Sunday 2022, Pope Francis preaches on the peace that God's mercy brings. Pope Francis in his homily for Divine Mercy Sunday encouraged everyone, especially priests, to remember the moments in their lives when they have experienced God's forgiveness, and the joy and peace that God's forgiveness brings. The Pope urged meditation on the 3 times in the Gospels when Jesus uses the greeting, "Peace be with you," the first of which being Jesus' first encounter with his disciples following his resurrection. When Jesus' disciples first encounter the risen Jesus, they react joyfully, despite having abandoned their master during his passion and death. Despite courageously following Jesus in the past, they had good reason to feel not only afraid, but useless. They had failed, the Pope said. In this climate, they hear for the first time, "Peace be with you." The disciples ought to have felt shame, yet they rejoice. Why? Because seeing his face and hearing his greeting turned their attention away from themselves and towards Jesus, Pope Francis said. They were distracted from themselves and their failures and attracted by his gaze, that brimmed not with severity but with mercy. Christ did not reproach them for what they had done, but showed them his usual kindness. And this revives them, fills their hearts with the peace they had lost and makes them new persons, purified by a forgiveness that is utterly unmerited. The forgiveness that Jesus shows to his disciples in the Gospels is the same forgiveness he extends through the sacrament of confession, the Pope said. The second time Jesus says "Peace be with you" is when he gives his disciples the Holy Spirit, giving them the ability to forgive sins and thus making them dispensers of the mercy that they themselves received. Speaking to priests, the Pope told them they must first accept God's forgiveness if they are to extend that forgiveness to others. God's mercy often makes us more aware of our neighbor's wounds, the Pope said, encouraging everyone to seek to help those suffering in mind or body, to bring peace to those suffering spiritually or physically, and to listen and bring comfort to another person. For in doing such things we encounter Jesus, the Pope said. We think that we are experiencing unbearable pain in situations of suffering, and we suddenly discover that others around us are silently enduring even worse things. If we care for the wounds of our neighbor and pour upon them the balm of mercy, we find being reborn within us a hope that comforts us in our weariness, the Pope said. Divine Mercy Sunday, celebrated the Sunday after Easter each year, was instituted by Pope St. John Paul II in 2000. Saint Maria Faustina Kowalska, a 20th-century Polish nun who received prophetic messages from Christ, received revelations about the infinite mercy of God, coined the Divine Mercy, and her obligation to spread the message to the world.